Hey everybody, I'm back with another manga probe video for you all. Today is going to be the very exciting manga haul that I promised you guys in my last video. I'm super excited to show you. I have 24 books to show you, so I'm going to try and explain each manga, but at the same time it's going to turn into a really long video if I try to, so it might not be the best explanation of the manga, but I will try my hardest. The first manga that I purchased in December is actually one that I've shown you in my Christmas tag that I did, and that is the last bind-up in the Full Metal Alchemist series by Hiromu Arakawa. This is a completed series now. I have the entire thing. I've been wanting to own my entire life ever since I first watched it back in middle school, and yeah, so now I own it, and yes, I'm very, very happy. The next 3 volumes are from the same manga, and I've spoken about it in one of my other previous videos as well. Those are Volume 5, Volume 6, and Volume 7 of Nisekoi by Naoshikomi. This is the manga that we chose to read for this month in the BookTube Manga Club. I will leave a link down below if you want to join. So since we were reading it this month, I decided to go ahead and pick up the rest of the series since I needed to get these 3 volumes anyways. So now I'm caught up to where the manga is out in publication, so yes, really excited to get to these this month. And then the last manga that I have here that I'm pretty sure I spoke about before is I have all 8 volumes of Parasite by Hitoshi Iwaki, and I have read the first 5 volumes at this point in time, and I do plan on finishing this series this month because it's really fast, very short, and so good. The latest episode just released on Crunchyroll as well, which I have not watched yet, but I plan to watch it, even though I'm past that point in the manga right now, so I already know what's going to happen. But still love it, still an awesome show, still an awesome series. If you're not familiar with what this is about, please go and watch the video previous to this. I kind of explained what it's about. So I then picked up No Game No Life by Yu Kamio and Mashiro Hiragi. I have not read the actual manga version of this, but I have seen the first season of the anime adaptation on Crunchyroll. Loved it. Really, really loved it. When I was deciding what our theme was going to be for the BookTube Manga Club for January, and we came up with comedy, this was one of the ones that I was thinking of doing because the show was hilarious. But after purchasing this, I might actually be returning this and not reading it because I flipped through it. And there's a lot of fan service for guys in here, and the anime does not do that as much. There's a little bit, but it's funny enough to where I can look past it. This one, not so much. So very funny comedy. It's about a brother and sister. They are super genius video game players, and they end up getting sucked into this video game world by this god, and they have to play the game, and they are awesome at it apparently, and I'm really bad at explaining, but yes, that's the gist. They get pulled into a video game and they have to play it. Another comedy that I picked up was Defrag by Tomoya Haruno. This is just volume 1. I did watch the first episode of the anime adaptation on Crunchyroll, which made me want to pick this up because I'm not exactly sure what it's about, but I think it's like a video game designing club at a high school, and it's just about their club, and it's very comedic and funny things ensue. And then the next one that I picked up based off of stuff on Crunchyroll was Assassination Classroom by Yusei Matsui. I have no idea what this is about except for it is a classroom of assassins, and I think it's about like the students are supposed to try to kill the teacher, and the teacher looks like this with like tentacle arms. It's really weird. Show you a picture. I think. I haven't exactly looked into it very much, and there is an anime adaptation for this on Crunchyroll starting this winter season, so I kind of want to check it out, and if it's really... I've heard it's funny, so if it's good, I will definitely pick up more of the manga. I then wanted to pick up continuations of series that I've been purchasing, so I then got Volume 2 of Vinland Saga by Makoto Yukimura. Historical fiction set in Viking times, as far as I know. Not too familiar. Like I said, I have the first volume, and this is the second volume. I think each volume contains 2 volumes, though, because they're really thick, big books. Being that he is one of my favorite mangaka, I had to get more continuations of this author's stuff. So I picked up volume 3 of 20th Century Boy by Naoki Urasawa, and then I also picked up volume 4 of Pluto, also by Naoki Urasawa. These are 2 of his other series besides Monster being my favorite, but I have not gotten too far into this series. I've only read the first 2 volumes of Pluto, and I think I've only read volume 1 of 20th Century Boys. And I've heard this to be everyone's favorite, so I have to keep going into them and see if I change my mind or if Monster still stays my favorite. Because at the moment, Monster's my jam. And then, speaking of Naoki Urasawa, I was browsing in the bookstore and came across this lovely little manga. I've never heard of it. I don't know if it's like a newer thing of his or an older one that just got published, but I got Master Keaton Volume 1 by Naoki Urasawa. Really, really beautiful book. If you can't already tell, it's like a map of the world in the background. And it goes on the other side as well. The synopsis is actually on the front here. A little odd, a little different. There are flaps, but there's nothing. I think it's just like a map of the world. I thought it was a pretty neat looking book. Plus, it's Naoki Urasawa. Gots to get it. I started to read this, but didn't get too far into it, so I'm not too sure what it's about. Something about, I think his name is Keaton, and he is an insurance investigator. He investigates life insurance claims, and that's all I know. So we'll see. I'm pretty interested in it, and it's Naoki, so there's gonna be some weird twist to it eventually. I know there is. So I wasn't too fond of this particular manga or anime when I was younger. I'm not a big mecha lover. I don't like mecha for some reason, but the volumes to this look so beautiful and everybody loves it so much. Thinking my taste in books has changed over the course of time, and my manga really has changed, so perhaps now that I'm much older I will like this one better, just because I'm not into like fluffy romancy stuff as much anymore. Still am, don't get me wrong, I still am, but so I picked up the first volume to Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin. All I have to say is this book is probably the most gorgeous manga I've owned ever. It's very soft, velvety feel for one. Super heavy, super heavy. There are some colored pages in the beginning, as a lot of the manga is, but what I have never seen in a manga before is all of the pages are glossy. So it's almost like comic book quality in the pages. All glossy pages. The design of this book is beautiful, and I love the cover of it. It is really pretty. I've never seen Gundam, guys, okay? If you've seen Gundam, I'm sorry, but as far as I know, most of the Gundam shows, manga is about war, sci-fi. A lot of it's set in space, between warring planets or countries, or I don't know. Maybe for a month we'll do sci-fi, and perhaps we'll read this in the BookTube Manga Club. We'll see. I'm really obsessed with Viz's signature collection. That is what a lot of Naoki Urasawa's stuff is. The signature collection. They're beautiful books. Like, you have to admit, these are really gorgeous. I mean, even these are the signature collection. So I was browsing through their website, finding out if there's any other signature collection manga, and I haven't found a signature collection manga that I don't love, so I found this one. When I immediately saw it, I was blown away by the cover of this manga, and so I had to get it, and I have nothing about it, just that it's beautiful, and it's a Viz signature collection manga, so I'm going to try it, and that is Children of the Sea by Daisuke Igarashi. I don't know nothing. Children who live by the ocean, and you got me for the rest of that. We shall see. But just take a second to just look at this beautiful cover. This gorgeous, amazing cover. It might even be kind of like an environmentalist manga, like trying to get people into protecting wildlife and especially sea creature life, but I'm not 100% sure. we shall see. I am trying to be more of a collector of all types of manga, so I wanted to go more classic. What manga collection of classics wouldn't be complete without Osamu Tezuka stuff? So I have two different ones that I got here. The first one I have here is Princess Knight by Osamu Tezuka. As far as I know, it is about a woman who dresses up like a man to become the hero. Pretty sure she's a princess too, obviously, by the title. Anyways, this is a 2-volume series, so it's not going to take that long. It's definitely really classic. Believe this was written in like the 60s or something. Very like classic Disney looking, actually. Definitely up my alley, and I want to do a classics month in the BookTube Manga Club as well, and definitely want to pick something by Osamu Tezuka. The other one that I got by him is the first volume of Buddha. I think it's about Buddha. That's all I know. It's 8 volumes long, and I'm going to get all of them, so yes, I'm excited. Between the two, I don't know if I want to start that one or this. This one seems more interesting to me, so I might say let's start this one. So we're down to the last manga, and definitely not the least. I actually saved this for last because I was most excited about it, and that is Opus by Satoshi Kon, which, if you do not know who that mangaka is, he is the creator of some amazing anime, such as Paprika, Millennium Actress, Perfect Blue. He's no longer alive. I believe he died earlier 2000s, or not too long ago. I don't think it was that long ago. This is an old manga that he did that hasn't really been well known, so when he passed away, I believe they decided to publish this, and I went ahead and got it. The storyline sounds really awesome, even though I'm not too sure exactly where it's going to go from there, but as far as I know, it is about a mangaka who is on a deadline to create his manga, and it gets really crazy from there, because Satoshi Kon's kind of known for going in some weird directions, so we will definitely see. I want to say, like, maybe he gets wrapped up in the story in his head and some kind of weird dream happens, but I'm just totally guessing on that. I do plan on reading this very soon. Cannot wait. I've also heard that they might be making a movie or an anime out of this particular manga. I think they're gonna call it Resonance, because that's the name of the manga in the story that the creator is trying to think of the ending for. So yes, let's do this. I'm trying this. I'm gonna drop it all, but I'm gonna try it for you. We're gonna leave Full Metal. That's gonna be... Ugh. Alright, I'm sitting on the floor, guys, so I'm just gonna turn it and then lift it. Books. Yeah! We'll get the last one in frame. Oh yeah! I lifted that shit. Oh. Tried to put it down. Well, I'm not going to attempt to put this down until I'm done with the video, so as always, happy reading, guys, and I will see you guys next time.